Over the past year I've been studying Blade Runner on and off for the purposes of producing an in-depth analysis of the film, but there's so much information available about the production history and so many themes and nuances to the finished movie that I've had to break up my analysis into a number of smaller videos which I'm currently writing and editing. So in this video I'm just going to give you a quick fire introduction to some of the details and factoids that reveal just how multi-layered and intricate the film is. First up is that in the opening replicant test scene, there's a mirrored relationship. Holden is testing Leon to find out if he's a replicant, but Leon is testing Holden to find out if he's a Blade Runner. And when Leon shoots, both of them actually have their guns ready under the desk. It's easy to miss, but we can see Holden's gun in his hand after he's shot. When we see the profiles of the replicants, Zora's one has a revealing detail. She's the replicant who Deckard shoots in the back. She has been retrained for political homicide. So what did she do before? Was she a pleasure model sex slave like the other female replicant, Pris? Her cover job as an exotic dancer suggests that that's the case. And what was her role in political homicide? Most likely she was an assassin who used her sexuality to lure her targets into a honey trap. The snake she uses isn't provided by the nightclub, she bought it herself.
It's a real snake?
Of course it's not real. Think I'd be working in a place like this if I could afford a real snake?
Interesting choice. And in the script she swings the snake as a weapon, beating Deckard with it until it breaks. More on the subject of animals. The unicorn origami and Deckard's dream sequence about a unicorn in the director's cut aren't the only unicorns in the film. There's another one on the right here in JF Sebastian's apartment. Birds are prominent animals in the film too, from Tyrell's artificial owl, to an owl statue in Deckard's apartment, to the eagles and ostriches that he's afraid of in the animal market. To the owls and other bird-shaped pieces on JF's chessboard. And right behind that chessboard is another ostrich, this time wearing a bow tie, something we'd expect a human to do. And of course Roy Batty releases a white dove or pigeon when he dies, and yes, it does represent his spirit.
That's the spirit!
Regarding artificiality, Deckard's introduction shows faulty broadcasts of TV ads involving those Oriental girls seen on the big billboards. Their images here flash in negative. It's very specific and would take some arranging to set up by the filmmakers. So, are the women in these ads replicants? It was scripted too that when Tyrell dies he turns out to be an android, and the real Tyrell is mummified in a glass pyramid upstairs from his bedroom lair. The Tyrell Corporation itself is a set of population-dominating pyramids intercut with an eye. Dollar Bill Eye of Providence reference for the conspiracy crowd there. The Matrix-like implications in the film are communicated in many subtle ways, including the strange coloration of buildings here, which look like screens of green computer text in parallel with an actual computer screen on the right. Though the film's representations of what the world will be like in 2019 are wrong at the literal level in all kinds of ways, such as flying cars and full-grown humans genetically engineered and built from scratch, one glass-ball prediction the film gets right is found in the newspaper prop Deckard holds in his intro. The paper says, "Worldwide computer link-up planned." In other words, the internet. In fact, that very technological change came much earlier than the film anticipated. Last subject, regarding the issue of replicants having false memories, the photo of Rachel that Deckard looks at actually turns into live footage. It's a 3D photo. Watch the shadow leaves start moving. When Deckard is examining Leon's photo, they have a 3D quality too. And the logo of the recording media company RCA is visible behind him. Two types of memory playback. One on the screen he's looking at, one in the window. And when Roy dies, behind him there's a massive logo for a rival media company called TDK. Memory and recording media parallels again.
All those moments will be lost in time.
That's it for now. You've been listening to Rob Ager of CollativeLearning.com. If you want to know more about Blade Runner or any of these classic movies, then click on the link to my site in the video description below. And if you're new to my work, then subscribe to my 2 channels for more film analysis as well. Bye for now, folks.